Okay, now it's time to stain the table. And I've kind of come up with a concoction of my own on how to stain these tables after trial and tribulation and error and whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I've got my one basic can. I've got some of the mix left over from quite a few of my other tables. So basically what I use is I use Minwax polyurethane, and I often use a clear satin. Then I'll use it doesn't have to be these exact brands, but it does. This one does work good. This is a tung oil finish, low luster, and then this is Minwax. And of course, Minwax wood finish comes in all kinds of different colors. You can use what I used to use was walnut, and I found it was a little bit too dark, and so now I'm using early American. And what I do is I do a third, a third, and a third, and then if I've got, hang on just a second here. Yeah. Well, sometimes what I'll use, I'll cut it with mineral spirits. I don't have any mineral spirits at this time, so we're not going to do that. I've got some stain already in here. So what I'm going to do is I'll pour about a third into here, and a lot of it can be just guesswork. You don't have to have anything perfect. So there's a good shot, and then here's another decent shot, and then we'll add some of the stain right here. That's a pretty good shot. And then you take a stick and you stir it all up, and you really should use gloves. I've got a pair of gloves over here somewhere. In fact, I'm going to put a pair of gloves on right now. And then anyway, you mix it all up, give it a good swirl with the old stick here. Alright, so I'm mixing it all up good. You want it to, the reason the stain or the varnish works so good, adding it to the stain mixture, is that it actually seals deeper in the wood, which is what I like about it. So I'll soak this whole table real good, and then I'll take a nice towel like a t-shirt, and then I'll wipe it off with my t-shirt, so I don't just let it sit there and slop on and dry. It's kind of a hand rub to finish. Okay, I'm going to move the camera over this way now, and I'm going to show you how we start applying this stuff here. See if that's in the right position. Okay, I actually probably got to get a better tripod here, but yeah, doggone it, this seems to be working pretty good. Okay, so there we go. Now, I usually use a pretty good brush too. I like a decent brush. So then basically you just mix it all up, and you soak the living heck out of this thing. You can see how nicely that goes on. And you basically just slop it on real good. This stuff penetrates excellent. And this, you know, once I get the top done, I don't even bother. Of course, I have cardboard on the floor too, so that helps absorb any of the excess that goes off and drips down onto the floor. And of course, I've also got OSB board on my garage floor, so I don't stain all the concrete. Okay, so this is working real nice. This is a beautiful, beautiful finish. It gives it a beautiful, beautiful old-timey look. So just slop it all on, and then, like I say, when I get done doing the top, I'll spin the table upside down onto the cardboard on the floor, and then I'll do all the legs, and I will do the underside of the table, so absolutely everything gets covered. Okay, so keep on going with this stuff, and then I'll show you a little bit more as I stain the bottom, and then we'll add some twigs and be just about done.